Can you just do no expressions? Just beat. Yeah. We get one more you with the hood.
Man, this Deja fool, man, I saw you before. You took my picture the last time?
Maybe a long time ago. It's been years.
This your first time being out here?
It's been like, no, it's been years. One of the things as an artist that we all run into is this concept of resistance. Resistance is basically anything that you tell yourself or anything that your body is tells you to keep you comfortable, to keep you from facing discomfort. It takes facing discomfort for any kind of growth to get anything done. So we all have this voice inside that can tell us that we're already good enough and that we don't need to work on whatever this project is that we're working on. But it can also tell us that we're not good enough. It can work both ways. We can tell ourselves that we've worked hard enough in the past and that we've already worked hard enough and there's no reason to continue to work as hard as we're working. And then there's the opposite. There's like apathy. There's not feeling like you're good enough or not caring enough about whatever it is that you're creating. Or you just start to get in a mood and it's almost like we sabotage ourselves. And this is very popular in the book, The War of Art. That's where Stephen Pressfield used the term resistant. And that applies to anything in life, whether it's sticking to a workout program or going out and creating work or sitting at home and setting a time to write every day. And then resistance is the part of you that's going to want to stay comfortable and say, I don't feel like it. So it kind of goes to show you that our feelings aren't always right. People who are saying to just go with what feels right or what feels good is not always the best thing to go by. In general, when you have a goal and you set a goal to achieve a certain thing, for instance, in this day, my goal was we went to the Van Gogh experience. I went to this experience with my family and we went and it was an amazing experience and it was like an immersive experience in New Orleans and they had projections of Van Gogh's art and it kind of brought it to life, like animations on walls in this big room with his face on a sculpture and then the sculpture was constantly changing and it was beautiful and it was really amazing. A lot of it was very captivating. As I'm going through the art exhibit, I'm like, you know, I planned on shooting this evening. I'm not sure I really feel like it. I don't really feel like getting out and walking around the French Quarter and meeting random people, because that's the way I do this is I go and engage with people. Just as I'm feeling this way, I see a quote. It was written somewhere, but it was also on the loudspeaker. If you hear a voice within you say you cannot paint, then by all means paint, and that voice will be silenced. Reading that quote made me say, oh, this is resistance. This is that part of me that wants to be super comfortable. I just sucked it up. Even that whole process of getting out there and trying to find a parking spot and all this stuff, I almost left multiple times. I found a parking spot in the French Quarter, and as soon as I got out of the car, the first person I ran into was a homeless guy that was asking for money. I ended up talking to him for a few seconds, and
he started telling me about how it bothered him that people would sneak photos of him. They would pretend to photograph in one direction and then turn and take a snap of him.
you catch him?
Yeah.
You, does that bother you? Can I take a picture of you?
We could do both, man. We don't have to.
When it comes to approaching strangers, if you can just be a listening ear for people for a few minutes, can really help build a connection, rapport, and trust.
I like to be courteous and say, yo, I'm just gonna do a picture of you or whatever. Me as an artist, I just kind of like documenting life, you know, and meeting people like you. What's your name? Shamichael?
No.
Eric.
I decided to give him the money so I could warm up and just get a few shots of him. Warming up was needed. These images were actually all overexposed.
All right, cool.
And this is one of those situations where I'm really glad that I shoot raw.
Let me see some. Perfect. Here, let me see that smile again. 1, 2, 3. This is some bright light. All right, yes, man.
So what kind of company you work for, like?
I'm an artist. I just kind of do this for myself. And I try to build like a portfolio. Look how awesome she looks. Let me see. I'm gonna see if I can get her.
Excuse me. I'm just taking pictures of people in awesome outfits. Can I take a picture of you? When I noticed the stripes on that woman's outfit, I used that for a reason to photograph her and her boyfriend. Even though I'm more into the people that I'm photographing than the clothes, I use that as an excuse sometimes. Will you move that way, around? Yeah, just, yeah. Actually, that's good. 1, 2, cool. Cool, and take one big step here, the light's kind of hitting your head. Perfect, here we go. When approaching people, I always assume the best of them. That's good. And they tend to let their guard down. Perfect, perfect. Can I just get a close up of your face?
Okay.
Just a little bit, just one at a time, one at a time. Will you step over? For the most part, people act the way you expect them to. When we assume the best of others, it is as if we're giving them something to live up to, even if it's for a few seconds. Perfect. Let me get you. My name's Eric, by the way. Yeah, I'll give you my info. Yeah, that's perfect. I like that side view. And then head to me now. 1, 2. Cool. Perfect. One more. All right. I just do. You'll see. I do like street photos and portraits of people. It's very important to not take the nose personally. I'm gonna do a shot of you. Okay, check. People could have all kinds of reasons that they don't want you to photograph them, especially if you're like selling something on the street. Photography to me is an appreciation of life, an appreciation of the moment. And if we exude this appreciation for life, which is enthusiasm, people will see it. They hear it in your tone of voice. They see it in your eyes. It's been years.
This your first time being out here?
It's been like, no, it's been years.
This is your first time coming back out here, right?
Yeah.
Man, what the fuck?
What?
This Deja 50 and that is Deja.
Well, good.
Right here. One for us,
Give me
guy.
Yeah,
This is the guy taking your picture. You should be getting over.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna send it to you, you send it to them. One could say that the expression on your face is more important than the clothes you wear. First impressions last, and one of the best ways to make a good impression is to be a little more fun than the situation you are in. So be playful and not too serious. Thanks for making it to the end of the video. If you want to support me, I have some t-shirts that I just designed. There's a link in the description. My main t-shirt is the geometry of light. It's my logo. It's the symbol I use for both my photography and my breath work. And I hope that it will remind people to appreciate life, embrace suffering, but also take time to find the light within. Use the code GETLIT10 for 10% off. Don't forget to like and subscribe, share it, hit the bell, all those things, and we'll see you in the next video. And don't forget, always go to class.
Monday, red rice and bean day.